and Satnam yogis. I'm Tracy and this is Yoga Union, where people unite in a quest for wellness of body, mind, and spirit. Whether you're a yoga virgin or a seasoned practitioner, Tracy's Yoga Union has a place for your mat. So let's roll those mats out and get started. I'll meet you in a comfortable position on our backs. Today's practice is going to focus on gratitude. As that great holiday of Thanksgiving quickly approaches, let's get some images in our mind of the people, places, and things that we are grateful for, and focus on those as we begin and move through our practice. So stretching out comfortably on that mat, allowing those legs to relax and the feet just to gently flap open to either side. Allow that back just to melt into Mother Earth. Relax your hands, palms facing the sky. Relax your shoulders and neck, jawline. Relax your cheeks, your eyes, your forehead. Let's do a few rounds of that complete breath. So on an inhale, breathe into that belly, then the ribs, then the heart, and then exhale, heart, ribs, belly. Inhale into the low belly, ribs, heart. Exhale, heart, ribs, belly. Inhale into that belly, ribs, heart. Exhale, heart, ribs, low belly. And then bring that breathing down to that belly area. Big inhales, filling up the belly. Long exhales, pulling that belly button back to the spine. And hopefully you notice as the focus moves to the breath, the mind begins to quiet. And as you inhale, bring gratitude to self. As you exhale, share that gratitude with all of the things, people, places, and ideas for which you are thankful. Keeping that focus on gratitude, we'll inhale those arms up overhead, stretching out from fingertips to toe tips. Nice full body stretch. Exhale those arms back down to your sides. Flex those toes. Start to create some heat with some single leg lifts. So inhale that right leg, exhale it down. So inhale and exhale with each movement. Create a little bit more heat by making that breath more shallow, more quick, and therefore the movements keeping the leg as straight as possible, toes flexed, not pointed. Noticing as we create heat, it rises to the heart, getting that heart pumping, getting that energy moving. Let's leave that leg lifted, bring those arms out to a T, and as we exhale, stretching over into a nice twist. So keeping that leg straight, toes flexed, turning your head to look over that back shoulder, and making any adjustments to allow those shoulders to be as flat on the mat as possible. Inhale, bring that leg back to center. Exhale it back down to the mat. Inhale, nice full body stretch again. Exhale those arms down to your sides. Inhale that opposite leg up, and exhale it down for some leg lifts with the left leg. Creating more heat and more flow of energy by speeding up those movements and therefore shortening that inhale and exhale. Couple more leg lifts on this side. Leg lifted, arms out to a T. Exhaling into our twist on this side. Turning the head to look over the back shoulder. Making adjustments to allow those shoulder blades to rest on the mat. Inhale that leg to center. Exhale to release. Stretching out through those fingertips and toe tips again. Exhale those arms back down to center. Let's do some double leg lifts. Bringing those arms back down to our sides. Inhale, lift both legs. Exhale, lower. You can tuck those hands underneath your bottom if you need a little extra support for that low back. And on that exhale, just gently tapping those heels on the mat before inhaling to lift again. Let's leave those legs lifted, arms out to a T. And as we exhale, dropping those legs over to one side for a double leg lift twist. Turning that head to look over the back shoulder. Resting both shoulder blades on the mat. Coming back to that inhale, gratitude for self. Exhaling gratitude for others. Inhale those legs to center. Exhale them back down. Inhale a nice full body stretch again. Fingertips to toe tips. Exhale those arms back down by your sides. Maybe tucking those hands under your bottom for extra support. And inhaling and exhaling the legs in our leg lifts here, creating that heat, really warming up the body. Just gently tapping those heels on the exhale. A couple more leg lifts here. Keep those legs lifted, arms out to a T. Exhale, both legs down to the opposite side, double leg lift twist. Stretching out through the soles of the feet. Turning that head to look over the opposite shoulder. Breathing into that twist. Using inhale to help lift both legs to center. Exhaling those legs back to the mat. And one last full body stretch here on our bellies. Or on our backs rather. Hug those knees into your chest. Maybe rock a little bit from side to side. Nice little massage. Draw some circles with those knees. Changing that direction of circles. Now let's rock and roll on the length of the spine a few times. Showing some love to that spine. Crossing those legs. And we'll come up into our first downward facing dog. Doing any stretching here in that dog, that would feel good. Bicycling the heels. Maybe even making that dog smaller and tighter. Widening the stance a bit. Any stretching in the dog that will help. Or keeping that dog steady and stable works for you better. Then we'll get ready for our first flow of gratitude. Inhaling that right leg up. Exhale, step it through. And we'll find ourselves in Warrior One. So the back leg is straight. Outer edge of the foot pretty much parallel with the back edge of that mat. Front knee is bent, lining up with that ankle. Hips are facing the short edge of the front of the mat. On an exhale, let's cactus our arms and really try and bring those shoulder blades together. Opening that heart. Inhale those arms back up for our Warrior One. hinge that back leg in and straighten our front knee. Finding tree pose and bringing our palms to heart center. So our standing leg is now straight. Our bent knee out to the side. Soles of our feet either at our calf or down at your ankle. Inhale those arms up as we step back into that warrior one. Sweep those arms back behind, then clasp those fingers. Open that heart again. And on an exhale, begin to hinge forward for humble warrior. You can either rest the body on that bent knee or bring it alongside. Clasp hands can rest on the back or arc overhead. Keeping that knee bent. Inhale to lift. Coming back to that warrior one. Releasing those hands down. Stepping back into our dog. Any movements here in that dog, or keeping that dog nice and steady. And we'll prepare for that flow of gratitude on the left side. Inhale that left leg up. Step it on through, coming up into warrior one on this side. Front knee bent and in alignment with that ankle, hips facing the front of the mat. Back leg straight. Outer edge of that back foot lining up the back of the mat. Arrow straight arms. On an exhale, let's cactus those arms. Trying to make the shoulder blades and the back meet as we open up that heart center with gratitude. Inhale, lift those arms back up into our warrior two. And let's begin to straighten that front leg. Inch that back leg in. Palms come to heart center for tree pose. So balancing on that left leg, right knee bent and out to the side. Toes on our shin, calf area, or resting on the mat at our ankle. Use an inhale to lift those arms back and step into our warrior one once more. Exhale. Swing those arms back and clasp those fingers. Begin to exhale and hinge forward for humble warrior. Body can rest on that bent knee or at the side. Clasp hands can be resting on the back or arcing up and over. Keeping that knee bent, inhale to lift. And then extend those arms again. Exhale, frame that front foot. Stepping back into our downward facing dog. Taking a break here, coming down to all fours, knees wide, pushing back into a wide-legged child's pose, surrendering to the stillness, imagining that spine lengthening. Inhaling gratitude for self, and exhaling that gratitude for other people, places, things, and ideas for which you are thankful. Coming back up to all fours. Push back into our downward dog from here. Now work on another gratitude flow. So inhaling that right leg. This time as we exhale through, let's windmill those arms around and find our warrior two. Now our hips are facing the long edge of the mat. Front knee and ankle are still bent and in alignment. Back leg is still straight with the outer edge lining up with the short edge of the mat. Arms are in a T, shoulders relaxed. Looking out over the fingertips of that bent knee. Warrior two. Inhale, let's lift that front arm, drop the back. Little back bend for reverse warrior. Opening the heart center again to fill it with gratitude. Inhale back to that warrior two. And let's prepare for dancer pose. So start to straighten that front knee. Inch that back leg in. Sweep that arm back. Bend that leg that was your supporting leg in the back. Grab on there for a nice balance in dancer pose. So standing leg and that arm is stretched and lifting. Bent leg. And knee of that straight leg. Trying to line those up a bit. As we release, we find that warrior two again. Straighten that front knee. Exhale over it. And find our triangle pose. So bottom hand is resting above the knee, the shin. At the ankles, top arm is stretched, fingertips touching, reaching for the sky. Front of the body, the heart is open to the long edge of your mat. On an inhale, rebend that knee to find that warrior two. Cartwheel those arms as we push back into our dog. Preparing for that flow of gratitude on the left side. Inhale that left leg. Exhale, step it through. Windmill those arms. Warrior two on this side. Making any adjustments. Relaxing those shoulders. Gazing over the fingertips of that knee. Checking that knee and ankle for nice straight alignment. Exhale, drop that back arm. Lift that front arm for warrior reverse. Opening the heart. Nice little stretch in the side as well. Inhale back to that warrior two. And as we exhale, stepping it in, bringing that back leg by bending the knee and placing that foot in that hand for our dancer pose. Keeping the bent and straight knee close together, stretching out through the fingertips of that lifted arm and hand. Exhale, step back to that warrior two. Straighten that knee. Stretch out over that knee. And find our triangle on this side. Stretching out through the fingertips. Keeping the front of the body open, the heart open. Release back to our warrior two here. Cartwheel those arms. Finding that dog. And then coming down to all fours, knees wide for a wide-legged child's pose to allow ankles and wrists to rest. The spine to lengthen. Inhaling that gratitude for self. And using that exhale to share and spread that gratitude to others. And we'll release. And just come on down to our bellies. Any way that's easy to get there. We're going to prepare for some moving in our cobra. So the tops of our feet are flat on the mat. Our forehead is also flat on the mat right now. Elbows are bent and kind of pushing down towards the waistline. Palms are flat on the mat, right there at your chest there. And we're going to move and flow through the cobra. So on an inhale, begin to lift head, neck, chest, shoulders, and the right leg. Exhale, release down, and turn your head to one side. Inhale, lifting into the cobra as you lift the left leg. Exhaling, leg and head down, turning it to the opposite side. Inhaling into cobra and lifting the right leg. Exhaling, leg and turning the head to look in the opposite direction. Inhaling into cobra as we lift that left leg. Exhaling, lowering that leg, turning the head. Inhale, lifting into cobra. As we lift the right leg. Exhaling both down as we turn the head. Last one. Lift the left leg and into cobra. Exhale. Releasing. And now let's release those arms down. Relax the feet. And here, let everything go for a breath or two. Pushing into tabletop. And coming to a wide-legged seat. So make that wide-legged seat a comfortable one for you. One where the legs are touching as much of the back of the mat, so the back of your legs are touching the mat. So if they're spread too wide and they can't touch the mat, then maybe bring them in a bit. We also want to set a point, flex those toes, really lift up through those hips, relax the shoulders down, level out that chin. And on an exhale, bring those palms to the center. Just start to walk them forward. And where you start to feel a stretch there in the inner thighs, maybe hang out there for a breath or two. Double check on those toes. Are they flexed? Are those legs, the backs of them still connected to the mat? And take a few more walks forward. Find an edge that's giving you a good stretch, but not pain. Enjoying and breathing into that stretch. Inhale, very gently begin to walk those hands back in. And once your spine is back up neutral, bring those feet into center, legs to center. Let's give them a little shake out. And then move on to our backs. On our backs, we'll start with our knees bent. And as we move through our cobra, synchronizing that breath and that movement, we're also going to do some movement here in the bridge. So we'll be synchronizing as we lift into the bridge. We'll lift one arm up and overhead on the inhale. And as we lower that bridge, we'll also lower that arm back down to our side. As we inhale into the next bridge, that opposite arm will come up and overhead. And then we exhale and bring that arm back down to our side. So moving in and out of the bridge, synchronizing some arm movement as well. So knees bent, bring those heels as close to your bottom as you can. Both arms right now tight in at your sides. Maybe a slight tuck of that chin. Excuse me, Panchi Kitty. And on an inhale, let's start to lift into that bridge and lift that arm up and overhead. Exhale, lower that bridge and that arm at the same time. Inhale into that bridge again, lifting that opposite arm up and overhead. Exhale, lower that bridge and that arm together. Inhale, lifting the bridge and the arm up overhead. Exhaling, lowering both back down to the mat. Inhale, lift into that bridge, lift that opposite arm. Keep those knees close together as we move in and out of that bridge. Let's do one more bridge on each side with each arm lifting up and overhead. Exhaling that down. One more bridge, inhaling in and lifting that opposite arm up and over. And exhaling back down. Let's bring the soles of those feet together. Drop those knees out to either side. Put one palm at your belly, one palm at your heart center. A few more rounds of that complete breath. Inhaling, we feel that low belly, ribs and heart. Exhale, heart, ribs and low belly. Inhale, low belly, ribs and heart. Exhale, heart, ribs and low belly. And then just come back to gentle breathing. Release those arms to your sides, comfortable distance. Unbend those knees and let those legs open up a comfortable distance as well. Relaxing the feet. Relaxing the palms, the shoulders. Bringing all of those people, places, things, and ideas for which you have gratitude for, bringing those to your heart center. And saying to all of those things for which you are grateful, may you be safe, may you be happy, may you be healthy, and may you be at ease. you to stay in your Shavasana for as long as you are conscious. And when you're ready to release, just bringing some gentle movements. Maybe one last full body stretch. If you enjoy bringing palms and soles of feet together for some grounding and creation of warmth. Rocking and rolling. To find that cross-legged, easy seated pose. And palms to heart center. Namaste. And yogis, I'm very grateful